Hello. I decided that I heard about this wonderful study that's being done in our area, and I wanted to sit down with two of the women who are leading this study, and I want them to just briefly introduce themselves and then ask them a couple of questions. So please, ladies, introduce yourselves.
Yeah, and thank you so much for talking with us today. I'm Dr. Sarah Farias. I'm a professor at UC Davis, and I work with our Alzheimer's Disease Research Center there. And I study Alzheimer's disease and, importantly, how to prevent Alzheimer's disease.
Hi, I'm Wayne Meyer. I'm also an assistant professor in the Department of Neurology at UC Davis and part of our Alzheimer's Disease Center. And I'm a social psychologist, and I study social factors that impact risk for Alzheimer's, as well as dementia caregiving in diverse populations.
Thank you so much for giving me this time and this space. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your study because I think it's so important, but I want the people to know from you. So can you tell us what this study is and why it's an important study to have done?
So we're really excited about the chance to carry out the Pointer study. It's really the first study of its kind in the United States. And the goal really is to try and prevent Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia and cognitive impairment by changing people's behavior and changing the risk factors for the disease. So more specifically, in the study, we're trying to get people to exercise more, to eat healthier, to engage in cognitively stimulating activities that we know are important for brain health, and to better manage other risk factors for dementia, things like managing their blood pressure and cholesterol level. And the reason that this study really is very important is that Alzheimer's disease really has become a national health crisis. It's the sixth leading cause of death in the United States, and 1 in 3 seniors will die with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. And so trying to prevent or even delay the onset of symptoms really has important relevance to the health of the country and to the quality of life of so many individuals.
Yeah, so that's wonderful, and I appreciate that. This study, does it cost to participate?
No, there is no cost for participants to participate. And in fact, we do reimburse for their time in completing our outcome measures. So for example, for doing the memory testing and the questionnaires that we ask throughout the trial.
So what types of participants are you looking to connect with for this study?
Yeah, so we're looking for people that are 60 years old or up to 79, and that have various risk factors for Alzheimer's disease or dementia. And so there's a variety of risk factors that we're looking for. You don't need to have all of them, but things like having a family history of Alzheimer's disease or dementia, being physically inactive, so not being a regular exerciser, or having a number of medical risk factors, so things like elevated blood pressure or elevated cholesterol, those kind of things.
And just to piggyback off what Dr. Farias was saying, it's really important for us in this study to make sure that we engage diverse communities who make up a large demographic of our state and other places like Chicago, Houston, and in the US, but who really aren't the individuals in these clinical trials. And there's some research suggesting that Latinos are 1.5 times more likely to have Alzheimer's, and that African Americans are 2 times more likely to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So it's really important that we engage individuals who are at risk and who are underrepresented in clinical trials, and make sure that if a treatment works, that it works for everyone.
So with those statistics for the African American and other diverse underrepresented communities, what are the effects if those communities don't participate in the study?
I think it's that we want to make sure that if we find out that the intervention or a treatment that it works for everybody and not just a select few. And so it's really important, again, that we engage individuals who really typically haven't been engaged in these clinical trials to make sure that they have a voice and that they have representation in our research.
One more quick question I wanted to ask. So what if they don't have medical insurance? Is that a barrier to anyone?
That is not a barrier. So it's not a requirement to have medical insurance to be part of the study.
Okay.
Good question.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you will get a lot of information. We'll have it following this. You should see on your screens now the information to contact, and we appreciate your time so much. Thank you very much.
Thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for having us.